You just wrapped your first big premiere. The big lights, the cameras all around you, all these fans, all of this just feels so bizarre. You got people screaming your name.
Jordan! Jordan! What's up, buddy?
People asking for autographs, paparazzi snapping photos of you like TMZ. You just soak it in, every second of it. Your heart's even pounding a little bit and you feel that adrenaline rushing in. Fame in that moment feels magical. Fast forward 10 years and the novelty wears off. Your 15 seconds of fame are over. Instead, your mind is wondering, when are the cameras gonna flash again? Who's watching? What will they say? Am I smiling? Am I smiling too much? It's not magic anymore. It's survival. Fame that was once a reality now has teeth, and it bites. They don't tell you this part. They show you the red carpets, the luxury, the people applauding for other people. But beneath that glam is something else. It's like an invisible tug-of-war happening up there in your brain. Dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical, streams when someone screams your name. Every shout, every, oh my God, it's you, triggers a rush. It can be addictive. You start craving it. Not fame itself, but the chemical high that comes with it. And just like that, your brain rewires itself. The feeling is strong, the validation, the rush. But fame isn't generous. It gives with one hand and takes from the other. There was this time I was in downtown Seattle and I was in a bar, and coming out of a bar, there's this person that approaches me and they want me to sign something, like an autograph. And I was like, man, all right, cool. You know, they're acknowledging my work. They know who I am. And then after that, there was this lady who seemed disabled and she asked me, can you sign my pant leg?
Pant leg?
While I'm doing that, there's this guy that tries to take a selfie with me as I'm signing, and I didn't even acknowledge him. Like, the look on his face after all that just happened, when I walked away, I just felt like crap. They just wanted a picture, but my priority at that time was just getting to the club. Fame turns you into a mirror for people's expectations. They see their dreams in you, and when it reflects, it's personal. Not for you, but for them. Your brain learns to anticipate it. Smile wider, be on even when you're off. Your amygdala, responsible for processing fear and emotions, goes into overdrive. You're constantly on alert, emotionally hypervigilant. And when you stop getting that attention, your brain finds ways to try to get more and more. Studies show that the same dopamine rush you get from fame can actually lead to withdrawal when it's gone. Your brain misses the recognition, the noise, the void. It's heavy and it's real. There was this night I'll never forget. I was at a red carpet event full of familiar faces. Not just familiar faces, but legends. People that you see growing up on the big screen, they were there. But while I was there, yet I felt alone. I was there physically, but mentally I was miles away. We as humans are wired for connection, real connection, not just some superficial nods and some small talk. The prefrontal cortex, the part that's responsible for decision making and social behavior, starts filtering interactions. Who's genuine? Who's here for clout? It's exhausting. Friends I thought I'd have forever just started drifting. Fame creates distance, not because you change, but people change around you. They either want something or they don't know how to relate anymore. Either way, your brain adapts. Your brain becomes scarce, and eventually skepticism is going to take its place. There was this actor that I met one time when we were backstage, and we were just chatting back and forth, and just looking into his eyes, I just felt this guy looks so fatigued. And then he came forward and told me something that he said that he doesn't usually tell other people because he trusted me, and that felt really good. He said, I can't remember the last time I felt like myself. When he told me this, I didn't say it to him in person, but in my brain, I was really shocked because I was like, how? I mean, you're living that life. But fame makes you perform off stage, off set, even in your personal life. The line starts to blur, your identity starts to shred a little bit, and you start getting these thoughts like, are you, or are you the persona the world sees? Neurologists call this identity diffusion. Your sense of self starts to crumble, and your brain struggles to coordinate with who you are versus who you portray to be. It's why so many celebrities just spiral. When you lose sight of yourself, anxiety, depression, and there's this thing called imposter syndrome that starts to kick in. Your brain isn't used to handling that constant conflict. But let's not forget that there is beauty when it comes to fame. Fame has the ability to open doors that you never thought could be opened. Fame can amplify your reach. You can be that footprint in other people's lives, how they remembered you for doing something that you did for them. And that creates a different type of dopamine rush, not one fueled by validation, but by purpose. Experiencing fame in my life was able to help give me that platform that I'm able to do to make an impact on others. And moments like those keep you grounded. They remind you that beneath the chaos, that there is meaning. The trick, you have to find balance. You have to learn when to fan the flames or when to take a step back. Surround yourself with people who keep you anchored. People who don't care about your status, but care about you, the real you, not the actor, not the persona, just you. I've learned to set boundaries to protect my mental space because mental health is extremely important to me. Fame affects the brain, yes, but it doesn't have to consume you. This might sound a little cliche, but do some meditation. I know we see this all the time on social media, but it does work. And also, go try some therapy sessions. Even if nothing bad has happened to your life, that doesn't mean that you need to not go to therapy. You are a strong person if you go to therapy. Never let anybody tell you that you're a weak person if you decide to do something like that. So, those are my anchors. They help me stay centered when the noise gets a little too loud. So, does fame change you? Absolutely. But the real question is, will you let it change you? Will you let it erode your sense of self? Or will you let it elevate you, teach you, make you stronger? The brain adapts and it evolves, but you get to decide how it evolves. Fame is just a chapter, but the story, that's still yours to write. And that's the truth. Fame doesn't define you unless you let it. Stay grounded, stay true, and just always remember that you're more than just the spotlight.